Hey guys, how are you today? Hope you're doing amazing. I'm Samantha, the therapist, and I'm doing a video every day for a year, and this is video 222 of 365. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, I love to talk about self-concept and manifestation in general and the law of assumption, all the ancient universal laws that are not really talked about all the time. And I just love bringing this information out into the light, and I love helping people master the way that they think. And I think that mastering the way you think and learning how to direct your thoughts in the proper way, like how to think properly, I think that's the best way to say it. How do we think properly? Have we even heard of this before? So if you think that all day you're thinking, right? We're thinking 60 to 70,000 thoughts every single day, no matter what we think we know. It's like all these thoughts are coming in all the time. So we're imagining 24/7 all the time. We're just thinking, imagining. And so, but if you notice, you might mostly be thinking about the future or the past. We're not really present a lot of the time. So I want you guys to really look inside yourself and say, am I present in my daily life? I thought about these things so many times throughout life, like, when you get something that you've really been wanting for a long time and you get it and you're like, man, this is awesome. And then pretty soon, like, you go back to that old feeling you were feeling before you got it. You always go back to yourself. You always find your way back to yourself, always, because it's only yourself you're having to deal with all the time. So we go back to these thoughts because we think that that outside thing is going to make us feel better. And so I also think that we are always in this state of waiting, or when I get that thing, I'm going to be happy then. Or when this happens, I'll be ready to do this. And sometimes it's valid. We might need to do step 1 and 2 before we do step 3. But for the most part, I think a lot of us wait to be happy. And we don't need to wait to be happy. We can be happy right now before anything external changes. And that's what I love to teach people, is how to actually do that. So how do we do that? Well, it takes practice, and it takes knowledge of the fact that everything you think right now is a combination of everybody you've been around your whole life, everything that's been told to you, everything you've read, everything you've just kind of taken into your brain, and your brain has processed it into something, blah. It says this about this. And you're like, okay, this is my belief system now. This is what I believe because I thought this thought so many times it turned into a belief. So I want you to think about what thoughts you think on a daily basis. And you can't catch all of them because there's a million of them, of course. You can't catch them all. Like Pokemon, you can't catch them all. But catch what you dominantly think about. Catch them and look at them and say, why do I think this? Is this from my past? Is this anticipation of the future that's turned into anxiety because I'm just not present? Really think about, am I being present in my life right now? And a lot of times we hold our breath, where our shoulders are all the way up to our ears. We remain in fight or flight mode a lot of the day. We're in survival. Our bodies don't even know that they're safe. So sometimes we have to say, hey, you're safe. Everything's okay. Maybe put your hand on your heart and just say, hey, it's okay, you're safe. Because sometimes we need to hear that. This is crazy. This is a crazy world we're in. So we've got to learn to direct our thoughts towards what we want to think instead of the way they've always thought. And you have to start with saying, okay, what is it that I feel dominantly? Like, what state do you feel whenever you wake up? How do you feel? Are you already drained by the time you get up and you haven't even started the day? Or are you looking forward to your day and telling yourself, man, this is going to be a great day. I'm so glad I woke up. Thank you. So which area are you in? Which bracket are you in? I don't want to get up, or I can't wait to get up. I'm excited about my day. So which would you rather live by? That's the thing. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything, but you get to decide. I'm just giving you the information, and you get to decide, how do I want to wake up every day? How do I want to live? What day do I want to have? And you get to decide that. You get to decide and design your life however you want to do it. You get to be the designer, and you are the programmer of your own mind. And if you're not the programmer, and you don't think you are, everything else around you is going to program you. Isn't that crazy to think about? It's like we can choose what we think about. We can choose how we feel. And remember that all the triggers around you are just gifts. They are giving you a gift to show you what you've been thinking about, what you've been believing. And they're there to show you, hey, this thought might be off in this area, or this reminds you of something that happened when you were 10 years old. It's not happening now. But our brain thinks that it is, because every time you bring up a trigger, it's like that past thing just happened to you in your present moment. So remember, this is like from quantum physics and just consciousness in general. Consciousness, we're all consciousness experiencing itself in this world. So the past, present, and future are all happening now. And so all we have is our present. So that's all we need to focus on. Every time I'm on a video, my cat wants to knock something off of, there she goes. Okay, good. She didn't do it. She likes to make loud noises in the middle of me talking, and then I lose my train of thought. Isn't that great? So yeah, anytime that you have a trigger that pops up, say thank you. That's the first thing I want you to start practicing. Get into thankfulness and gratitude and appreciation. You cannot go wrong when you do that. I promise you, try it. It is so magical. You wouldn't even believe it. All day, if you're in the most crappy mood you've ever been in, and I get there sometimes, I get there too. I'm not perfect, I promise you. But if I'm feeling down, I just immediately start saying thank you to everything around me. Because if I lost a limb, I wouldn't even care about all the things I'm caring about right now. I would just want my limb back, Like, you got to think like that. Like, can you walk? Can you see? Can you talk? Can you process the information that we're talking about here? Those are the things we need to be thankful for. In addition to all the things around us all day, thank everything on your body that's working. Thank everything around you. And you can't help but start out your day feeling good when you do things like that. And so you want to practice the energy of gratitude and appreciation and thankfulness and love and peace. All of those things will start coming to you when you are that vibration of those energies. So tell yourself, I'm going to practice feeling peace today. I'm going to practice feeling thankfulness today. And you just teach yourself how to practice these states to where you can access them later on when you're not feeling so good. You can access them so much more easily because you've been practicing them on a daily basis. So that's like one of my most simple tips that I could give to anybody that's just feeling down in general or feeling upset, whatever you're feeling. Just start thanking everything around you and it will start to change. And just mentally tell yourself, I am practicing the energy of thankfulness, which is going to inhabit my body now. I want thankfulness to inhabit my body right now. And this is what I'm going to do. But always acknowledge the feeling that you were feeling before. If you're angry, say, I'm angry. What am I angry about? Explore the trigger. Explore the story behind it. We're only supposed to feel an emotion for about, I've heard a couple of different things, 30, 45 seconds. I've heard 15 seconds. Just look at it like if you're feeling an emotion for more than about a minute, you're probably stuck in a story. So tell yourself that. All I need to do is process this emotion, let the energy flow through my body. Energy wants to flow. So that emotion is energy. So just let it flow, feel it. And then if you feel it longer, say, I'm stuck in that story. I might need to change this. And we come back to that later and change it. But just acknowledge it first and we'll build upon this. But tell yourself, hey, I just want to feel this today. How am I going to practice this energy of feeling this way? And you just practice it. It becomes a skill to practice thankfulness on a daily basis. And then pretty soon you become that energy, you're on that frequency, and everything gets magnetized to you that's on that frequency. The things that you're wanting to change or anything external that you're wanting will start to be a magnet to you because you are the signal that's sending out your signal. Your signal has to be pure. So get into thankfulness and start practicing. And of course, I'll be back tomorrow. If this helped you in any way, please share it with somebody who will benefit from the information. And please like and subscribe if you'd like to. And I will be back tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you listening to me every day. Excuse me. Now I will be back tomorrow. You guys have fun, be safe, and I'll see you later. Bye.